Help! I'm leaking sodium acetate. Yes, they've gone wrong. Welcome back to my little house here on Orkney, and my source of my hot water is through my heat batteries, the Sunamp heat batteries, and they've gone wrong. I like new technology, but you can't expect it always to be absolutely perfect. These are phase change material based through a heat exchanger. I'll explain how they work in a previous video that I will put above my head now, a link, and I'll link in the description. Basically, they're leaking sodium acetate, which is the same ingredient that's in salt and vinegar crisps. So it resulted in a sort of a mini flood. Flood sounds very dramatic, but the water was sort of about that deep. I think it let go of about 7 litres. But long story short, they're being replaced under warranty by Sunamp. Hats off to Ivan at Sunamp, who's been in touch regularly, and with the installer RS Merriman's based in Stromness, who are going to replace these 2 units. So hopefully there's some interesting time related footage, and yeah, let's see what was involved. So the new unit arrived, 220 kilograms, pretty heavy. Managed to get it in the porch, unwrapped it so the guys could have a good look around the unit. The electrician disconnected the old control units for the 3 Sunamps that I had, 2 3s and a 6 kilowatt. And then it was a matter of removing the pipework and also vacuum emptying all the 3 units so we didn't get any water spillage. Next, the new unit came in, which again was very heavy, but they had a convenient lift to get it into the new space. There it is. Now there's a difference between the two. We've got the EPV, which charges via solar, or an IPV, which can be controlled and heated by an external heat source like a boiler. Go back and freeze that part of the video if you want to read more detail. So these are the connecting pipes to the inlet and outlet of the unit, which they were just measuring up and just making sure they got the correct pipe for that situation. The Sunamp basically holds 14 litres of water, and in standby mode uses just 7 watts of energy. So a really super efficient way of storing water, hot water. So I'll leave the plumber now to explain the basics of how the system works.
As you can see, cold water comes in, pressure relief valve through, around, down, along there, into the Sunamp, goes in, circulates round, gets heated up, comes back out, down, around, up, through the blending valve, in through there, and that's your hot water.
So they're the old Sunamp control boxes, but my Sparky friend tells me now
it's all within inside this one.
Yeah, so a lot simpler and a lot neater. So there we go, that's how it was set up, and it's now up and running and fine. I just thought I'd show you a few of the features, and in my layman's terms, very basically how phase change materials work. So what we have here is a hand warmer. So this is basically a liquid form, and I put energy into this earlier, and I'll show a clip of that now, which is very similar to putting energy into this unit via my solar panels outside. So I've energized it, turned this back into a liquid state, which is what is basically inside that box with a series of pipes as a heat exchanger for when the cold water comes in, gets heated up by the phase change materials, and then goes out and provides hot water. One of the main advantages is this unit only holds 14 litres of water at any one time, as opposed to your normal hot water cylinder, your immersion heater, that can hold 240 litres of water. Now those 240 litres of water are very often kept at a nice hot temperature, ready to be used. So you've got a heating element in the bottom, a bit like the bottom of your electric kettle, that's clicking in and clicking out as and when the water cools down to maintain that heat in that 240 litres. The advantage is this, it's only 14 litres, and then it's ready to be activated. So in here I have stored heat. Now this is quite cold, so let me just demonstrate through these. They're basically a hand warmer, you're probably au fait with them, but I'll just demonstrate now. So if I click that tab, you see that reaction happening, and that, and you'll have to believe me, is getting really hot. And what Sunamp have managed to do is control this interaction, this chemical process, where it changes it from a liquid back into a solid. And then to turn this back into a liquid, I have to put energy back in, i.e. these hand warmers, you pop in some boiling hot water, it returns back, goes cold, ready to be activated to release that energy. What is that chemical that's in there? Sodium acetate. Same ingredient, salt vinegar crisps, sodium acetate. So, you know, when these did burst, I could have licked the salts off. I didn't. So the setup here at home, when my solar panels are doing their thing and get energy from the sun, even on a dull day, I'm getting, oh, what am I getting now? Right as we speak, I'm getting 200 watts and it's quite overcast. Now those 200 watts will actually go into my heat battery first. That's how I've prioritized it, because after the base load in the house, the fridge, the fish tank, the heated towel rail in the bathroom, my next need, like in any house, is hot water. You know, washing your hands, washing up pots and pans, all the normal things we use hot water for, showers, baths, etc. I want to have that. That's a priority for me in my house above everything else, after the base load, fridge, freezer, etc. So if I want to boost it, then I can either set the timer to charge on cheap rate electricity from 3:30 till 4:30. I've got that via Octopus Energy. I'll pop a referral link in the description if you want £50 and I get £50 for signing up with Octopus. Little plug there. Or via the My Energy app, I can actually boost it. So I'm going to do that now. So basically, I'll go into the app, see if I can do this backwards, because it's on pause at the moment. There we go, and you click on tank 1, and I'm going to click boost now, and we'll see if I can hear this clicking, and those lights should change. So I've sent the command. I should hear the eddy click when it's gone through. And what that's going to do, is going to pull energy out of my storage batteries. And if there's anything else that's at, it'll draw 3 kilowatts. But if there's any other demand in the house, it'll take it from the solar. And if there's not enough solar, it'll take a little bit off the grid to make up that shortfall. So there you go. I'm now charging at 3.4 kilowatts is going into the Sunamp. And that's on the panel at the top. And a little orange light here just shows that we are actually charging the Sunamp heat batteries. So there we go. I've got one pouch that's not been activated. It's still a liquid, and one pouch that is quite hot to the touch, that is giving off heat and energy. And that, as you know, with hand warmers, you can leave them in your pocket or in your glove and it will remain hot for a considerable amount of time. That's what's going on inside the Sunamp heat battery. So there you go. I really like this setup. I don't think I'll ever go back to a hot water cylinder. Yeah, it's a shame the original unit started to leak, but please bear in mind this is relatively new technology, and Sunamp have been brilliant in replacing these free of charge with a different unit. This is about 3.5 grand's worth, so not the cheapest option, but guaranteed for 10 years, and their laboratory tests, they think a 50 or 60 year lifespan. 50 or 60 years of that phase change material process going on. They can't yet put a date on when they think that phase change material will stop doing its thing. But I'm all for embracing new technology, and you know, even when something fails, that is progress, because then they can modify the next model, learn from the mistakes and continue to improve the product. I can't speak highly enough of Sunamp. Ivan in particular, on the email and the phone and WhatsApping images and videos of them when they started to leak, has been absolutely phenomenal. The local installer's been a little bit slow on the uptake, but we got around it. Anyway, it's here, it's in, and it's working fine. So I just wanted to share that with you. Great stuff from Sunamp. Really like this technology because you're only heating that small amount of water. It's just really energy efficient as well. So if you want to see more of my videos, please click on that one or that one. And thank you very much for watching.